So Zhao is one of King Gaius's henchmen.
One of 4. They're called the Chimeriad, because each member embodies a different weapon of the Chimera. Wings, horn, stinger, and fangs. I've heard rumors about them.
Like what?
It isn't public knowledge, but 2 years ago, hostilities broke out on Trade Island. Rashagal sent 120 elite soldiers, but the rumors say they were wiped out by 4 enemy agents.
4 people defeated 120 soldiers?
Sounds like we shouldn't wake the beast. Did you introduce this Carla person to Rowan and Mila?
Yeah, I did.
Well, your acquaintances are my acquaintances. Hook a girl up!
Here she goes. Fine, fine. Let's head to Shandu.
I am beat. Come on, let's get a room for the night.
Wait, hold up.
Still having doubts about me, huh? It looks like you're not the only one. Fine, fine. Remember the first time the 3 of us went to Niakara, and I went off by myself?
The time that I came out of my shrine and Jude was the only one there?
That's the one. I was off meeting with Wingle.
So you had a secret arrangement with them, to hand Mila over if she became a problem.
How could you? Stabbing Mila and Jude in the back like that?
Hold it. Yeah, I was working a few different angles back then, but this time I was just using that to our advantage. You know, the only reason we were given permission to use the Wyverns is because I arranged that with them ahead of time.
Wait, so when you betrayed us in front of Gaius...
Yep. If I hadn't pretended to betray you there, they never would have let us ride the Wyverns. That's why I lied and told them you ran in the opposite direction of Xian.
I want to believe you, but I can't. Not yet.
That reminds me. That Pressa woman we met at Kijara Sea Falls. It seemed like you already knew her.
What do you want to know?
Who is she, really? How can we trust you if you keep hiding information from us?
Hey, all right, calm down. No need to get snappy.
Do you even know what you're putting us through?
I met her when I was working for Rashagal's intelligence service. At the time, she was an Auj Oule secret agent working undercover in Fenmont.
And?
After that, we became more personally involved. You probably don't want to know the specifics.
Okay, I believe you. But I still don't trust you.
You're so cute when you're upset.
Stop that. I'm still angry at you.
All right, all right.
Alvin, can I ask you one last thing?
Of course.
Tell us why you're helping us. What's in it for you?
You're asking that now? Because I love the hell out of you guys, of course!
More lies!
How could you even think that? I'm hurt.
Oh, hello, Jude. Good to see you again. Hi, I'm Carla Outway.
I'm Leia Rolando.
Hey, I recognize you. I've seen you here in the city before, haven't I?
Name's Alvin. I do get around. It's possible you've seen me before. What about yourself? You must be from out of town if you're staying at the inn.
That's right. I'm from Canbalar. I haven't been home in a long time, though.
Oh, we've been there. Not the most pleasant of trips.
I'm sorry to hear that. Were you able to meet with King Gaius?
We did. He's a stern man, but clearly very dedicated to his people. In a way, he was kind of amazing.
Kind of amazing, yeah, but super scary. Why can't he just be nice to people?
King Gaius didn't always used to be that way. Do you know about the Battle of Fezabel?
Well...
It was a battle fought on the Fezabel outback 20 years ago between Rashigal and Auj Oule. The battle only ended due to a giant tsunami. No one's sure why it appeared when it did. It ended up causing dramatic changes to the region's spirit climb. That's how it became Fezabel Marsh, with all its twisted marsh flows.
Oh, right. That Battle of Fezabel. Yup, it's all coming back to me.
Wow, you actually remember? I'm kind of shocked.
You don't need to be embarrassed if you don't know. It's never too late to learn.
Oh, Carla, you're so nice! You could learn a lot from her, Jude.
Uh-huh.
During that battle, Gaius led a battalion of Longdao soldiers, even though he was a member of a different tribe himself. At just 20 years old, he led his troops to victory against an entire regiment of the Rashigal army. He was also the first to sense the oncoming arrival of the giant tsunami. He advised the Longdao chief to retreat, but the chief couldn't bring himself to give the order. The tsunami ended up swallowing both armies and wiped out Gaius's entire battalion.
So that's how he became the ornery fellow we all know and love. Gotta hand it to him, though. It is true that most folk want a strong leader to guide them. And he's certainly won the trust of his people.
Gosh, Carla, you really do know all about history.
Well, at least when it comes to King Gaius.
Is there a reason for that?
There just might be. See you later, everyone.
What do you think she meant by that?
I wonder.
Plenty of heat between Carla and Gaius, huh?
You make it sound so illicit.
And poor, sweet Jude's left out in the cold.
Come on, you know that's not why I'm looking for Carla.
Bet she's waiting in Shandu.
You think I don't know that?
I'm surprised to see you here. What can I do for you today?
Carla, if you don't mind us asking, what's your relation to King Gaius?
No, I sure wasn't expecting that.
Come on! I bet it's a great story!
I appreciate your interest, but I get the sense that Jude isn't asking out of idle curiosity. Around the time of the Battle of Fezabel, I was betrothed to a man from the Longdao tribe. It was an arranged marriage, but nevertheless, we fell in love with each other at first sight. Naturally, my betrothed had to go to war with the rest of his tribe, but he never came back.
Because of the tsunami?
No.
It wasn't Gaius, was it?
My betrothed was one of the Longdao chief's aides. He wanted to make a name for himself before we got married. He must have thought that's what I wanted. So when Gaius told the Longdao chief about the incoming tsunami, my betrothed told the chief that Gaius was out of his mind, and swore that a retreat wouldn't be necessary.
And Gaius went after him for that?
The few people who survived the tsunami said that my betrothed was still alive after it had passed, and that Gaius was with him.
I can't believe it.
All I know for sure is that he never came back. They never even found his body. I don't know for sure if Gaius did something to him. When I asked the king about it, he refused to answer. After the battle, my father died from an illness, and I never saw my brother Ersten again. I've been alone ever since.
After all that, you'd be nuts not to hate the guy.
Come on, Alvin.
And I bet your hatred for King Gaius is pretty much the only thing keeping you going at this point.
You may be right about that.
I'm sorry.
Now, it's time for me to leave Shandu for a while.
Where are you going?
Somewhere in Auj Oule. See you all around.
That man in black suddenly started speaking some weird language.
That was Longdao, the language of the clan that used to rule Auj Oule.
Do you speak it?
Not really, but I can understand it to some degree.
But what made him abruptly start speaking like that?
It appeared to be some sort of battlefield transformation. A side effect of his booster, perhaps.
Does that mean I'll start speaking some weird language too? Then you wouldn't be able to talk to anyone. Relax, that won't happen. His booster is totally different from Tipo. And if you did start speaking some weird language, I would totally learn it so we could still talk. Thank you. Are you good with languages, though? Well, that's beside the point.
Are you okay? You look pale.
I'm fine. I just keep thinking about Hamil.
What happened there isn't your fault. You should try forgetting about it. I guess that's easier said than done. Maybe it would help to go see Hamil for ourselves. Everyone's gone.
And now more of my memories are gone with them.
But they weren't very good memories, were they?
No, but they're still better than having nothing at all. Hey, come on. The fruit trees are still here. The mountains are still here. I don't have memories of fruit.
I do. I remember having fruit curry for dinner once a week.
Oh yeah, the mayor always put apples in it. It was her favorite thing to make. Although, it was a little too sweet for me. Hey, wait a minute. Tipo can talk about things that Elise isn't even consciously aware of? I guess so. Then maybe, Tipo can help you remember the things you've forgotten. Didn't you say Xian looked familiar? If we use Tipo there, maybe you can remember something.
That's very perceptive.
If this works, Elise may even be able to learn something about her parents.
That would be great!
That's a really smart idea, especially coming from you, Leia.
Why, Hey!
Well, it's good to see Elise excited again. Well done.
In Leia's case, I think that was probably half inspiration and half blind luck.
Well, here we are at Xian. Do you remember anything? When you ask it like that...
It's way too much pressure.
Don't feel like you need to force it, Elise. Hey, didn't Wingull use a booster too? Maybe he has some connection to Tipo.
That's possible, although his booster seems to be a different type. Do you know anything about him, Elise?
Only that Wingull scares me.
Wait a minute. I think I know him.
You do?
I've got it! Wingull was in the laboratory!
He was? I don't remember him being there.
He used to be way thinner. He was the guy who was always in pain from the prototype's side effects or something.
You mean test subject number 1?
Sounds like we're getting somewhere.
Wingull must have volunteered to be a booster test subject.
The people at the laboratory said they could have never made Tipo without him. Could that mean that Wingull is...
My father?
Wingull said that the experiments had been humane, but can we really trust him?
If nothing else, at least we know the experiments had a purpose beyond mere cruelty. My stomach seems to be empty again. When do we eat?
Again with this one. Good performance, but terrible fuel efficiency.
They serve food at the Leronde Lodge, you say?
Yeah, Leia's dad is probably the best cook in town.
If you like, you can come try it for yourself. I don't think you'll be disappointed.
I'm certainly interested.
This looks delicious.
Leia's dad makes the best mabo curry anywhere.
You always did love Dad's mabo curry, huh?
That doesn't mean I could eat it every day, though.
What do you mean?
Leia would always bring mabo curry over after a fight.
Ah, so it was an excuse to make up.
Yeah, my parents were always busy and didn't have much time to cook, so it really helped us out. And because Leia and I used to fight all the time...
You ended up having mabo curry every day. Didn't you think to bring over anything else?
Sure, but mabo curry is special because it's 2 kinds of food in one. Just like 2 good friends getting along.
So it was an edible symbol of friendship.
And it kind of worked. From then on, I did my best not to let Leia get me angry. That way, I wouldn't have to eat mabo curry every night.
Hey, that makes it sound like it was always my fault we fought.
It wasn't always your fault. I'd say around 80%.
No. You two settle down.
Enjoy some mabo curry together. My stomach seems to be empty again. When do we eat?
Again with this one. Good performance, but terrible fuel efficiency.
My stomach seems to be empty again. When do we eat?
Again with this one. Good performance, but terrible fuel efficiency.